Hello and welcome to another Nikomedia tutorial. So finally I found time again to make a tutorial and I'm happy about it. The last days were really stressful. But I came home just about half hour ago or something else and I thought, so let's make a tutorial because people may be waiting for it. And I did not really know which one I should do or something else, and I had no, I did not want to show what should I do. I took one of the last requests now, and this was these things here. So these the fields here. You will find the link in the description. So there are two or more. I don't know. So people who did this, and this it is this one. Today I will show how to make the first one here, and I will tackle all of them one after the other. So, but not on one day. And yeah, this is so the first thing. What we wanna do? This one here. It will not be exactly the same because I don't know which noise they used here. This is very uniform here and. Yeah, but we do something like this and we try to animate it. I did not try it, as I said, back home in half an hour now. And yeah, let's make something like this here. And I will use Octane for it, and because Octane is faster. And if you see how the texturing works in Octane, in physical render it's easier. So, but in physical render it would need longer to render than the whole thing. But if you have time enough, I will show it for the physical render too. Otherwise, if not, I make it just for the Octane render. And if you need it really, if you need a physical render version, then do. Just write it in the comments or write me somewhere else. Write me wherever you want, and I will make a physically for the physical render to a tutorial. So now said enough, and yeah, let's start with Taurus. I would say. Whoop, Taurus. You see, I have a new project here with vertex map displays, blah blah blah, and so. Make this torus maybe a little thicker here, so something like that. 60 should be enough. We need quite a lot of segments for this. So go to here, so like 100 here, and let's say 300 or something here. Yeah, that looks good. And we use vertex maps. That means we need vertices, and to get vertices we have to make this editable, this torus. So it's here on the keyboard we have an editable torus, and I make a copy out of it for later. I think we need it later, and about just for a backup. Next step. I wanna work with a tension tag. So right click, character, tension tag. In the tension tag I say fix tension. This stores this shape now, and I create a stretch map. So when I work with displacement, this stretch map shows exactly the places where the shape is stretched. So this is what I need. Good. Speaking about displacement, we need a displacement deformer. One thing. I hold my shift key so that it becomes child here of the torus, and I put in a simple color. Oops, here a simple white color. So you see it makes effect here. Maybe let's make it a little higher here. So 50 is maybe a little too much. Maybe we'll see. Good. So far, so good. The next thing is I don't want that this displacer works everywhere. I want a fall off. But first, I know I need a second displacer later, so I make a copy of this displacer, deactivate it for the now, and this is the fall off of the displacer. So And here I use, if you don't have R20, no fields, there's no problem. Instead of this spherical field here, you can use you use the spherical fall-off. It makes exactly the same. Good. You see now the displacement works only where this sphere is. So zip. Okay, that's nice. I make a remapping here, so zoop, so nice and smooth. Maybe I make this here a little bigger, so 120. Okay, let's see, that's it. The next step is, so this does not much for the moment. For the next displacer, this one, I want to restrict to exact. I'll show you what I mean. So this is the vertex map, and when I go with the spherical field over, you see now we have here the other color, and this is exactly what is affected. And now I want to do the displacer, the second displacer, to affect only on these yellow parts. So that means I go to this displacer and say I restrict it. Oops, this was wrong. Sorry. I restrict this displacer with the restriction tag exactly to this vertex map. So I get something like this. Looks funny, but looks correct so far. So and that I don't have such a weird shape here. I go to I take a smoothing deformer and bring it under the displacer here. Oh, this looks not bad. Let's see. Okay, that is something I thought it will do it. So good. To go back to the original state, I just deactivate the displacer and activate it again. I bring the field out here, so oops. And I want to animate this whole thing, so what I do is I make here, just animate the spherical field so that I don't have to move it around manually. So go to the spherical field, coordinates, make a keyframe on the X, go 25 frames further, and go to somewhere like here, and another keyframe. Okay, you see I have here 1000 keyframes, so enough to play. Go back here, reset this displacer, and hit play. And let's see what we get. Good, not bad so far, but not what I want. Now I have to go to this tag here, to the attention tag, and go up with this amount here. I try 15. So. Okay, it's a little weird, but it's not bad. Maybe 12. Displacer reacted. I think 15 was not bad at all. And if this whole thing is too fast, so for me it's too fast, I bring in an effector. I bring in a delay effector here. I bring it under the smoothing deformer, and you have to set it in the deformer mode to point, and this should slow down my whole thing here to 50%, my whole animation. Let's see if it's true. Okay, it slows down definitely. I think this is the smoothing too. Go with smoothing up here to 80. Little down here. Oh, I forgot to do it. Reactivate the displacer here. So let's go to 15 here again. No, that looks not bad. this could be something funny. So I reset again these two. You know what? I will make a very small expresso for this, so to reset the delay and the displacer, so that I don't have to switch on this. You know what I mean. So let's make a very quick expresso. So here a null object and name it expresso. You can name it however you want, or you don't even have to do it. So make a new user data, manage user data. It's of course on the other monitor. Here I add a new group, because I want the group named as I want it here and not as user data. So, and if you make a new group and bring it out here, you get here the name, what you write in here. So I reset. Displacement, so displacement. Okay. Add data. Boing. And in the data I just need a boolean. I just want to turn it on and off. So reset. Okay. And the first state should be activated. Okay. Good so far. Now I have here a reset displacement. This reset. Okay. Now of course I need an expression tag, expressor tag. Bring in my expressor. Whoop. And my user data here. Reset on the right side. So this is the outgoing side. And then I need my displacer and my delay. Okay. In the displacer, I go to the basic and take this enabled and just drag it here on the incoming side. So okay. Same on the delay. Go to the delay, basic, enabled, and drag it in here. And check. Check. So that is all we need. So now, and I go to, and what I do is I bring my reset button out here, so I can just drag it in here, so I don't need the name. I want to see it always, and with control on your keyboard and drag it around. So that means when I click once on the reset, you will see the delay and displacer is disabled, and when I click on it again, it's enabled again. So I don't have to go every time here, so that is, and save this whole thing. That means when I play now through, yep, nice, stop it, and now when it's reset and activate it again. Good. Next step. Yeah, first let's see if I'm happy with this. It is a little too much for me, a little too many. How can we get rid of this? Maybe so reset. You see, very, very small things, and you get a totally different. No, not what I want. 15, and I go back to the smoothing to 60. What was this? Then with the delay down. No, I can go up with this 75. Okay. Delay to 40. Yeah, it's nice, but it is too much for me. So I want more delay. And less here. Let's see what I get now. Yes, that looks much better. Can make this even a little higher. So let's go to the fall off and displacer and let's see. Oh, I'm uncentered. I don't want to be centered. I want to be just in one direction. This will be now too less here. Okay, that means I need here more. You will with the time you will know what you have to set up and everything. But you see, I have to do it myself. I have to test it as well. So. Okay, that was too much. 15. Little less smoothing, 80 here. Yes. Okay, with this I can work, I think. It's a lot here. But here you can play with your own settings, so it's a little. Let's make it a little things. Oops, again. This is too much. Let's see. Maybe I want a smaller thing here. As I said, everything you change, you can make it different. This is too many things for me. So sorry if I have to test a little bit, but oops, no. Yeah, I thought this will happen. This is too much. How can I make this little? That's so many waves. But I think at the end it won't be as many waves. But when I go down here. Yeah, now it's better. Okay, now it freaks out. Yeah, but okay, this is enough for the. It should do it for the tutorial here. So let's try again with a little more delay. Of course, it's too much delay now. Maybe we can take another delay. Let's see. No, this is not. This is nothing. Spring. Does spring something? Okay, stay with blend. And maybe 45. Boing, boing. What's now? Oh, disable this here. Look. This looks nice now. Yes, I work with this one. Good. Now we have the problem. I cannot make these spikes here with this displacement. And so what I have to do is the second torus, and I have to copy just the vertex map here. And you see the vertex map now. It looks like this, and this is exactly what I want to copy on this not displaced torus, at least now not displaced, at the moment not displaced. So that means I can hide this one and I bring in this one. And I copy this vertex map with control, drag it up here. So you see, now I have the vertex map on this torus here. It's exactly what I want, but I have no nothing here, no animation or nothing. So what I have to do now is I have to copy this tension tag and have to drag in this stretch map up here, in here. So that means now we have this two same, but one tension tag is for this vertex map and one tension tag is for this vertex map. So, and now when I make an animation, it works. It works shockingly well. Could give a nice acoustics effect. Good. Okay, with this now we should be able to work. Here now I'd make another displacer. Oops. Displace. Okay, and this displacer, so I'm just giving the shading again a color for the moment. And in this displacer, I restrict this displacer only to the bright, the yellow parts of the vertex map. So I restrict it to the vertex map. So go to here, restriction, and drag in this vertex map. You see, now we have exactly the displacement where we have the vertex map. So when I go to this, reset this whole thing here, and I get this. Okay, exactly what I want. Now I want here, of course I want intensity, and I want it higher, let's say for the moment 30. And I want these spikes, but I see here this is a little, I need it more, I need more segments. So what I want is, I bring this torus in a null object. Let me think a little bit. No, I bring this torus in a subdivision surface. So that's it. Bring the torus in the subdivision surface with Alt. Okay, but I want to displace the subdivision surface, not the torus. And to do this, I have to bring the subdivision surface in a null object, Alt G, and under the null object I drag in the displacer. Now I have here much more segments on it, and I should be able here to see more, and to bring this, to smooth this down. Let's go with 2 for the moment. To smooth this whole thing down is make another smoothing deformer and bring it under the displacer. And now I have a nice displacement here. That's exactly what I want. With NA I can disable the mesh. So, and now let's bring this spikes in. So this uniform spikes. So I go to my displacer, and instead of the color I will take something else. So I think noise won't work here, I think, so let's try it. It does something. When I bring here contrast, that's not bad, but it's not so uniform as I would like it. So I'm going here to 50. You know what? I think I can do this with tiles, of course. Surface tiles. Not like this, but we have here circles. I like the 3 one. And with circles you should get something like this. I want the first white and the other one's black. Whoop, whoop. Okay. And then I need them much smaller. Look at this, what we get. Not bad so far. Maybe even smaller. Oh, nice, nice, nice. Now we have something uniform here. That's really nice. This is a little. So I want need it higher, of course. So object, go to 50 here. And it is So I could go up with the subdivision surface, I think. Let's see. No, that's not a good idea. Let's go to the Displacer Shading thing, and here is the bevel that could help us. 50. No. What do you do? No. You know what? We bring it this again in the subdivision surface. Here the whole null. So when now I'm afraid that I get a little too many subdivisions. So I normally, you know, I hold my Alt key and chuck everything in the subdivision surface. But here I'm careful. So without the null, I bring the subdivision surface in and go first to one subdivision before, and then I drag the whole null in this subdivision surface here. And now I get a nice smooth thing. This is exactly what I want. Oh, that looks nice. That looks nice. Okay. And now we could start to shade this, to texture this whole thing, because you have to do this for your needs or something else. So let's see how this looks when we animate this whole thing. So reset. So this could take a little. So this, we have a lot of segments here now, but let's try it anyway. Can take a little bit until it's calculated. But I think it looks okay. Now what, I disabled this guy here, then it should go a little faster. Oh, that looks interesting. It looks very nice. Oh, yes. Okay. Good, for the final rendering then I activate the subdivision surface, but when we are not too close, we wouldn't need it. So, but because when we go to something like here and you don't see it, that's maybe a little too high, but then go down with this displacer here and here. But try it now like this. So save this whole thing, and let's see how this looks when it's rendered. So as I said, check. Okay, we stop, because when it renders and I change my view here, mostly I have a crash then. So go to the render settings and make here 280s. Okay, render again. Nice. So let's bring in some light and something and everything else. You know it. I have here my scene rig, of course. Bring the scene rig in. I don't need a floor here, so background and floor. Nope, but background yes. Background on, so darker, so okay. Oh, that looks nicey. And now you need a material for the base and a material for the spikes, like we have it here. So for the base we make something like this here, and for the spikes some metal material. Okay, good. Let's start with, so two materials. I every time when I have this choice, I prefer the blend material and not the mix material. Because in the mixed material I have always three materials with what I have to work, and the blend material is just one material. So what I do is I go in the node editor and start with a new blend material. So here, blend material, but I'm not sure, it's I think it's 3.08 or so. Then blend material wasn't there every time, so it's in newer versions. What version I have here? I have here 2018 one. Good. Then I need one material. Add material. Here I use glossy material and RGB spectrum. White ones. So let's bring this on my torus here. And roughness, I don't need really roughness here because I want to work with some bump here. So I take this noise here and put it in the bump. Whoops, so make it. Bring this whole thing a little closer. Do not really see the bump here. Good, then let's bring in a little roughness. It looks creamy, but I think I start with a dark material so I can see it better. Do not really see the noise here. And now it's getting noisy. Oh. Here we have some noise. That's nothing. Noise. I go to the UV transform. Maybe it's too big or something else. Make it smaller. 0.2. Yep, it was too big. Good. But maybe the x-axis a little smaller, so no expected here. 01. Yeah, that looks nice. Now I can bring it back to white material, but maybe not too white. Bring in some dark spots like the noise on the original one. So for this, I'm gonna make here. Oops. I make a noise, but this time Cinema 4D noise. Oops! And when I use a Cinema 4D noise, you every time should go up in the Octane settings here with the C4D shader and go up at least to 2K. So otherwise you don't get a nice noise. So. Good, and I make a mix material, a mix, not materials, a mix node. Drag it on here, so not on the amount here. You're the first one, you're the second one. Splashy, this is not what I like, but it's okay for the moment. So let's make a very first small noise. 10. It's too big. 5. Okay. Contrast up. Okay, and take it down here. So. Okay, but they are gray and not black, so I go to my fall off node here. The amount. Oh, this is a fall off map. I need a fall off node, not a fall off map. Not a float map. So float node. So now it's a float node. Okay. Okay, now we get this more black thing here. Nice. Let's see how this looks from closer. We want a little more. We don't have a lot of space here. Okay, that looks not bad. Maybe another noise here. The circular is okay for me. The noise here is a little weird. So go here in the X scale 20. That's better. Little less spots here. Okay. And maybe the whole thing, let's see. But we won't see this, I think, because we have the float here. Good, for the moment it should be enough. Roughness we can bring away, because the roughness we have with the noise, so with the bump. Okay, let's say we are happy with this for the moment. And now comes the fun part. We make a second material. Whoop. Bring it in. Let's say here we make some metallic material. Boing. And the amount will be our vertex map. Vertex map. First I save everything. Vertex map, the shader here I drag in this vertex map. And this should do something when I connect it. Okay, let's go to the material here, to the index. Let's make an RGB. Well, here you can, some nice colors. Whatever you want. Make it here a little. Do not think I know what I do here, so I just this every time with this RGB IOR. I have no idea what I do here. I have in my material pack. I have the real gold material and everything, where I have the values from the internet. But for this artistic things, I love to play it. Okay, looks nice so far. And maybe we make it here a little rough, but just a little bit, not so much. Okay, what we could do is let's see if we play with a layer too. Sometimes you get a nice effect with the layer. Yeah, yes. Oh, that looks nice. Yeah, here so you can animate your thing here. Animate color, but I let this with the film with. So for the moment, I would say let's find a nice spot here. So something like this. Okay. And now bring in a camera. So objects here, octane camera. I go in the coordinates. Here 0, 0, and bring so I let this open so I can play with this, but the X I will stay every time in the middle. Okay. Maybe I bring in a floor. Let's see how this looks. Shadow catcher on. Yeah, of course. Just have to go down here with the no, come on. -100. Could this be? Yep. I do not really see it. So, see no shadows or something else. Now yes, but it is this. Of course, here you get a totally different. When you put in another HDRI, you get a totally different thing. So let's see what. Bring in something, whatever. Here. Wow. Whoa, that's nice. It looks like a snake skin, huh? With a lot of fantasy. It looks crazy. Okay, so far so good. I will render some frames of this, but I render it. This will be very fast, so I make just 720p render and go down here to 300. That's totally enough because we use the denoiser. Camera imager on, AI denoiser on, okay. Tell in the Octane settings, please here use the denoise beauty bus, okay. And that should it be. So I don't want to render 1000 frames, but let's say I render from 0 to 200. And then I will come back. So first let's see how long a frame renders here. So just stop this one and go to render. Yes, I don't need to. I don't think that it makes problems. Okay, you see this is a little weird, but it is okay. This is with another HDRI, of course it would look different. I just want to see the first spikes here. Okay, it starts. The 7 seconds of a frame. This is okay. Just want to see if it colors correct, but I think it looks good. It looks okay. Okay, I am back when I rendered some frames, and then we will see further. Okay, see you in a second. So I rendered now some frames, and you see, okay, it works, but we need definitely another HDRI, and let's see how it goes. Yeah, of course, with this very low samples. But you see, it works, and it looks very nice. I like it. So, but I stop it here, and let's see. Here it looks nice, of course, but because everything is displaced here now, so we don't see the HDRI. So we should really first go to frame 0. So reset everything. Render this and find a nice HDRI for this picture and then render it out. So go to F8 here and again try to find a nice HDRI here. 8K, we don't need a 8K for the moment. Everything 8K. Let's take one of my favorites. That's here. It looks nice, but not for now. That doesn't matter anymore. 8K. Oh, they are far too bright, but I think I'm here too high. But they are far too bright, so Yeah, it doesn't matter, you know, if you have seen it, it works. So come on. So this I had before, I think. Maybe take one of the studios. Too bright. I wanna find one nice thing here. This could look nice. So when we go here, so I stop it for the moment and go to somewhere. It works perfect. So stop it here and render it. And yes, if we make this a little brighter, we should get a nice thing here. Yes, okay. And now we have a little time. So I would say I show you how to texture this in physical render. Good, so we can stay at this thing here. We don't need this material. I will save this as incremental so that I have the OCTANE version and the normal versions. Okay. And I can get rid of my OCTANE thing here. Okay, and now of course bring in my other rig, but first let's make a new material here. So this is a normal glossy white material. See, white here and little reflectance with bad dielectric, nothing else. So let's bring in here some bump. Noise. So small bump and something like Naki. I like Naki. Bring it on my torus here. Okay. Then go to low GI here and 1280. Okay. And make a quick render here. Let's see how this looks. Normally it shouldn't. Oh, we have to see nothing because we have nothing to reflect, nothing for the lights, nothing. So Nikomedias Scene Rig will help us, and it does. Let's go down with the floor here too. So I was at -100, I think. Where do I have a background in floor, background not, floor size up down here -100, and bye bye. Of course this needs longer to render, of course, this is no surprise, I think. And I don't want to see the floor in the reflection, so bye bye. Okay, so far so good. Maybe I want more roughness here. 20. I don't need the OCTANE tag here. And I renamed this because it don't have to rename it, but so okay, and I wanna go closer so that I can see how the bump looks. It's not really exciting. Still not exciting. Maybe I can make it bigger. Let's go to... it should work normally like this. No, texture is okay, and 50 maybe more contrast. Contrast is okay, but the bump is too high for me. It starts to look better, at least for me. Good. 25 and maybe less reflection strength. No, I want the reflection strength. Yeah, I'll show you just how it works. So good. There are now some possibilities. So we need these black spots in here. So I can go to here. Make here another noise. And make it smaller. About 10. Here we can so quite a few spots. Okay, we have the spots in. We can go here to multiply. Okay. And now I simply make another material. Now I simply make a gold material. We could do it with one material too, but it's here it's better with two materials because it's easier to set up and everything. If you want other color for the spikes and everything, it's easier with the second color here. So I'll make another color. This is the metal. And make here just reflectance, conductor, gold. Let's make a gold material here. Gold is the easiest one here. So that's it. We have a gold material, and now I've dragged this behind on the torus too, and it's behind. Let's bring this little side here. So, okay, that's not possible. So you see, is you have it here behind, and here in the alpha channel, I bring in a vertex map effect, vertex map, and drag in our vertex map here. And you see, now we have just the gold parts where we would expect it. So if we render this, we have the white parts, the gold parts, and everything. And so you can do this with the physical render. You see, in the physical render it's much easier, but of course it takes much longer to render. So let's make here a darker background so everything looks a little nicer here. So something like this maybe. Okay. And here the same. Let's bring in the same HDRI we had before. It was this one here. Whoops. A little brighter, so 150 maybe. Okay, maybe 130. You see, it's very easy to make it here as well. So it works with the vertex map. It works perfect. Or invert it. Okay, don't think that we want this. And so it's very easy here. You can just drag in the gold material, whatever you want, or whatever material you want, and that's it. Something stupid. No. Ah, that does not work because he. So, yeah, that's it. Make it electric something. Yeah, here you can play forever. So this is. So you can make a metal kind of metal too. So the. Greenish metal thing. Yeah, you can play whatever you want. Okay, I hope to see some results of you guys, and I hope you like this one. Maybe it was a little chaotic because I did not test it before, and but I wanted to do something. I had now over a week nothing done, and so I had to do something. And yeah, next tutorial will come sooner, so this is this I promise. I don't know which one, but I have a lot, and some of the tutorials I don't do not now, but some of them I already showed all techniques. They are in these tutorials and this I do later when I have more time. And some tutorials need a longer preparation, but it will come every time. So I try really once a week to bring something out. And yeah, just ask me, and if it's a easy thing or it's a quick tip or something else, of course I do it. Yeah, sometimes I do it in the next 10 minutes. And yeah, and if you are a patron or something else, of course, you have advantage. And yeah, so yeah, speaking about patrons, if you want to support me on Patreon, yeah, you can do so. So please, in the description, read the description. Every link is there you need. So if you want to support me on Patreon, with €1 is great. With €5 you can download all my project files I do in the tutorials. Okay, sometimes the project files are not with it because the things are so simple and don't need a project file, or you have nothing from a project file like this key I modeled or something else. You have nothing from this project file. I did not text shade, nothing. I just made a key. And yeah, but yeah, if you want this one, I had a question about this one, and I will recreate it and will upload this project file too. And meanwhile, I think it's over 85 project file on Patreon. And yeah, that's it so far. Yeah, please send me your results. I want to see your results. And if you have questions, requests, complaints, please write me wherever you want. Here in the comments, on my Facebook site, on my website, on my Facebook group, and. Okay. I wish you a nice evening. So at least here it's evening. It's 8 p.m. as you can see right in the corner. And yeah, see you next time hopefully. So I wish you all the best from here, from Vienna. I think about it. Did I forget something? But I don't think so. Yeah, this project file you will get, of course. A Patreon will get this project file, of course, because here, okay, here you can see what did I do here, what did I do here, and if you don't want to watch the whole tutorial, just playing around with the settings and see what does this, what does this, what does this. Okay, here I understand why you need a project file. Okay, so now it's done. I wish you really all the best, and yeah, tschüss und baba.